constantly make the most amount of money, bank the most amount of profit, but they're notoriously unfundable. People like accountants. Make the most amount of money, bank the most amount of profits, are notoriously unfundable. And the reason is because they can't scale. He is the business owner. If he doesn't show up to work, there's no business. He's an accountant, he's a lawyer.
A doctor.
He's a doctor, he's a photographer. If he's not physically there doing the work, there's no money. And so the problem with when you come to look for funding is what funders do, and this is what many entrepreneurs don't see, is this is how funders work. They hope that your revenues do this. They hope that you ask them for funding at this point, so that their cost of funding and risk is always at this stage. Make sense? So if I take an equity position, you're 3 years in business, here. If I fund you for equity here, you know why you come to me for equity? Because your revenues are below your costs. So you need to fund this gap. So you're going to say, I need a funder. The reason I put the money in is because I know in the instance in which I fund you, the trajectory of your revenue growth is going to outpace the trajectory of your cost growth. And this profit line is how you're going to pay dividends, which is how we get our IRR as investors. It's very simple. It's actually a very simple model. Only a certain number of people need your work. You're fixed. It's just, you can't scale the business. Okay? Typically, we see a lot of this. Many young black professionals who get frustrated in corporate go and start businesses. Then they think they're entrepreneurs. You're not. You're just a business owner. Yeah? I have a big fight with government about this, because government, to try and minimize, government and banks, and actually a lot of DFIs, to try and minimize risk, will finance business owners as entrepreneurs. They call them franchises. Now, why do they finance a franchise? Because you can't fail. If I give you a steer's template, you can never fail.